Hello everyone. We're in a new location today. Where are we, guys?
Lloydminster.
Yes.
Lloydminster. Minister. I always say it wrong, but that's where we are. And today we are going to something super sweet.
The sweet spot.
Yeah. So let's go check it out. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are at the Sweet Spot and we are chatting with the owner, Lia Cassidy.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Good, thank you.
Awesome. So we can just start with you telling us a bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from Mexico, in case you didn't pick the accent. And I moved to Canada around 9 years ago, trying to find a better life. And then I meet my better half, and we have lived in different provinces around Canada. And then we ended here a couple of years ago.
What brought you to Lloydminster? Anything in particular?
My partner is an RCMP, and so we move a lot. Hopefully this time around we can stay a little bit longer and stop the moving that often. Yeah.
I once had to move from Vancouver to Edmonton, and packing was a nightmare. So I couldn't imagine doing it a whole bunch of times.
We don't pack; they pack for us.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Because the RCMP makes us move a lot. They
Gotcha.
actually bring packers and everything.
Oh, that's
so,
nice.
Yes, they do have the perks for it, so it's okay.
Have you enjoyed like the different provinces in Canada that you've been to?
My favorite is definitely BC. BC is so beautiful. We actually live in the middle of nowhere in the mountains, and it was so gorgeous. We were very happy there. Unfortunately, it's too far, and our family couldn't come visit because it was so expensive. So it was like we couldn't stay there. But like I always say, BC is definitely my favorite place.
It is called beautiful British Columbia for
It
a
is
reason. It is stunning.
It's breathtaking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Lloydminster, though, is where we are now. Super fun still.
Yes.
Do you enjoy Lloydminster?
I do like it a lot. We lived in a very small town for a long time. Everywhere we live was not even Tim Hortons. Like, oh, I don't know. Sorry.
No, you can say that. Yeah, you can say the brands. We just can't show them.
And we didn't have anything. Literally,
Wow.
one grocery store, one coffee place, one to everything. And obviously, the groceries were very expensive, and we were very done with the very small, teeny tiny place because it's also hard for like a RCMP other people to know where we live, and everybody knew where we live, and sometimes it wasn't fun.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very nice to live in a not as big place, but a bigger city.
For sure.
Yeah.
Where would you say is your favorite spot to go in Lloydminster? Do you have one?
I love going to Osmond's. It's our favorite food. And to be honest, I don't go out that much. I pretty much live here in the basement. Yeah.
Your work keeps you busy then.
Yes.
And here you have the Sweet Spot, which
Yes.
is your custom cakes business.
Yeah.
Have you always been a baker, or did you just start here? What was
No, I used to have a restaurant back in Mexico for a couple of years, but it was food related. And then I started doing it as a hobby at home. I make a cake from my wife, and she was like, "Is this your first cake?" And I was like, "No, it's like the second or the third cake I made." She was like, "This is so good that you should do this for a living." And I was like, "I don't think so." And then I started doing it for like a hobby, and I started enjoying it. I never charged it. It was like baking for friends and coworkers and things like that. And then one day I was like, I think I'm good enough to start charging people for what I do. And then I started doing it. That was like, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago.
Wow, you've only been doing this for 4 or 5 years?
Yes.
That's so crazy. Can you see the cake here?
Yeah.
Stunning! Oh my
It
gosh!
was a cake though.
Oh yes, yeah. This is a cake, and it's all fondant on the side here, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So all handmade and absolutely breathtaking and
Thank you.
spectacular.
Thank you.
How-
I do like to show up.
Yeah, as you should when you're talented like that. I would
Thank
too.
you.
How has how has your process, I guess, changed from back when you used to just do this as a hobby for fun to now, like you're charging for cakes, obviously?
Well, I feel like the commitment to the customers is always a big deal for me because I am a very obsessive person, and I want to give the people what I will love would like to receive for myself, right? And my expectations are always high, and because I'm getting paid for it, I don't want anybody to be disappointed or say, oh, I paid this much for this cake that doesn't even taste good. Because I mean, the outside has to be pretty, but the inside has to be also good, right? So it has changed. I feel like the responsibility to the customers is important for me.
Do you remember the very first either cake that you made or the first thing that you baked?
I actually do. It's a family recipe, which is a pancake cake.
Oh,
It's not making pancakes and laying them on top of each other. No, it's actually using the pancake mix and eggs and oil, whatever, and make a cake out of it. My brother taught me how to make it, and it was he learned from my mom, and then he taught me, and it was start to go for birthdays and all that. It's very easy to make, and also one of the people's favorite. I don't do it often because it comes from a box, but when I do it for friends and family, everybody's like, "Can you pass me your recipe?" And I'm always like, "This is so simple."
Like it's pancake mix.
It's pancake mix, yes, but it has a very peculiar taste. It's a very peculiar, different taste that you will not find in a regular cake.
Oh, really?
Yes. Maybe I shouldn't be saying my secrets.
Oh, yes. So you've had a lot of custom orders in the 4 or 5 years that you've worked. What would you say has been your most favorite or the most impactful cake that you've gotten to
Well,
bake?
I made this cake. I made it for my wife for a go away party, and it's the RCMP Stetson. And I was actually working on it, and I had made the gloves, and she walked past the kitchen and she was like, "Why my gloves are on your cake board?" And I was like, "They're not your gloves." And she was like, "Oh," and she was about to grab them, and I was, "They're not your gloves." So she looked closer and she's like, "Oh my God, they have the stitches and everything." And I was like, I was very proud of it. So this is definitely one of my favorites.
It's incredible. I don't know if you can see like the
You can
texture.
see on the camera, but you literally can't tell it's cake. Like it looks like you're just holding up a
Thank
photo.
you. I can. I think I have another picture with it cut, so you can tell it's cake.
Oh my
so
gosh!
cool.
Wow.
So
Yummy. What kind of cake was this?
It was chocolate and peanut butter because it's my wife's favorite.
Yummy.
She loves peanut butter, so
Chocolate and peanut butter is such a good mix.
I
also
know,
love chocolate
I know.
and peanut butter.
It's definitely one of our favorites too. Well, for hers because she really likes sweet stuff. She had all the sweet that I don't.
Perfect balance. Has there been a recipe that was very, I don't know what the right word is, like maybe out there, eccentric that you've tried?
Oh yes, I made these. It was a chocolate cake, but the filling was caramelized bacon.
Oh.
And the icing was jalapeno.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, and obviously I did it for my daughter because like we're Mexican and she will be the only one that will say yes totally. So I did it for her birthday and everybody enjoyed it. Like I didn't get any complaints, and friends were like, "This is very interesting. It tastes so good. I didn't expect it, and it was very good."
Wow.
Yes, that's the one that I have been very like, "Oh, I'm gonna just go for it." And yes, it did work out. I haven't done it again, but it was great.
What would you say is the biggest challenge with the work that you do?
I think myself. I feel like my expectations of what I see in my head and what I want to put on the cake sometimes put me in a very tough spot because if it doesn't work, I will redo it over and over again. And it is hard sometimes to, when other people comes and tell me, "It looks great," but then in my expectations of what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm like, "I shouldn't be doing this. I'm not that great." Well, like I'm fooling myself, and then I feel like myself is like the biggest issue with me with the cake baking. Yeah.
As they say, we are our own worst critic. I think that's
the saying.
I don't know the saying. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So I totally see that, especially in like an art form, right? Yeah. It's not something as simple as math where you're either right or wrong. It's like art. So it's like, I feel like almost even more critical of the work that we do because it's like, oh, this could be better or this or that.
But and even then, looking back, and seeing my past work and saying, "Oh, that was terrible." Like, why I was doing that? That looks terrible. And then it is hard to get your own expectations fulfilled by yourself.
For sure. And we were looking at your past work and it was not horrible
Thank you.
at all. I was like,
thank you.
I would never bake anything because it would pale in comparison, to be honest.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. And it is interesting though, probably for you to see your growth from beginning to now where you're at, of how far you've come. Would you say that that's just come with time and experience, or?
Well, I to be honest, I have always been like artistic. I always have like, I take painting classes with one of my aunts, like when I was a kid and things like that. But most of the things are with experience, because you cannot paint the same way that you will paint on ceramic that you will paint on a cake. Like, it's totally different textures, it's totally different time of setting and things like that. But it's with experience, like everything else. I think practice and all that is what it gives you. Things like that.
The ability to make something as cool as this.
Thank you.
We talked about like challenges. So looking at the other side, what would you say is the most rewarding part of the work that you do?
The wow that I get for people, when people is so happy and they recommend me and they're like in love with the work, and sometimes they're like, I don't want to cut the cake, I feel so guilty eating your cookies and things like that. It's always very fulfilling. Yeah.
And we'd mentioned that folks can find you on any social media or your website, all that kind of thing. How long in advance should people be ordering from you?
Well, I would say 3 weeks is the best. 2 weeks is okay. A week is very short notice, because sometimes I have booked already cakes that I have to do all that week, and sometimes I don't have time to do another order.
Yes, we were talking, I think this cake you said was like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, 4 days, yes.
They're not an overnight thing, for sure.
No, definitely not. Yeah, no.
Where do you hope to see the Sweet Spot in, say, 5 years?
Well, I hope to reach more people and to have more steady people coming more often. And I like to increase the level of challenging and on what I'm doing, maybe bigger cakes, maybe sculpting more bigger stuff and things like that. So but most importantly, like, have a constant customers coming, right?
You should get your own show, like Cake Boss, but like the Sweet Spot.
I swear a lot.
I think they just bleeped it out in the Cake Boss.
I do swear a lot. And also, like, I don't know if it happens to you, but like I do great, but if someone is watching me doing it, I just like, this usually doesn't happen. Like, I'm usually very good at this, but if someone is watching, you just like, it doesn't work. For your brain is like in a break or something.
Yeah. It's the pressure of entertaining.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, even if it's just my family, like my brother will like come visit and he will be like, oh, that's so cool. And the second he sits to look at me, I just do something wrong. I'm like, okay, you go. And you just like, you can come and look at it when it's done. You just go now. So
come back after I'm happy with
it.
If you could have anyone in the world try your cake, who would you want to be able to bake for?
It's a lady that I am her biggest fan. Her name is Zoe, and she's in London, and I love her. I am obsessed with her. She's so good at what she does. Like, when I grow up, I want to be like her. And I would love for her to just see some of my work. She doesn't have to eat it if she doesn't want to. Like, just to look at it, that would be awesome.
We'll tag her in the Instagram post and be
Please.
like, hey, order a cake if you're ever in Alberta. Yes. Or, I'm not sure cakes ship well. So.
Oh, no, she's amazing. She's like very talented.
Wow. Wonderful. And then last question. It doesn't have to be specific to baking or decorating or anything, but what would you say has been the best piece of advice that you've received throughout your life?
Well, I would say my wife telling me, go for it. Like, I was struggling and I feel guilty not having another job. And she was like, this is your dream and just go for it. And I feel very lucky because I get to do what I do and what I love every day. So yes, that one.
It's beautiful when people are able to support you so you can pursue what you want.
Yeah, she's very supportive.
Oh, so cute.
Thank you. We are very cute.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much for sitting down with us.
No, thanks to you. So it's a chocolate cake with raspberry jam, and it has a whipping cream and a raspberry chocolate ganache.
My goodness.
All the flavors, the flavors that I would like to eat. So I was like, I need to make something that I know I will eat myself. So yeah.
Okay. Now I'm gonna cut it. No pressure. Should I cut it this way?
You can cut it whatever you want.
I don't know.
You can, you can just do it like that.
This way?
Yes.
This way?
Whatever you want.
Why am I so nervous? Why am I acting like I've never cut a cake before?
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a good idea.
I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. I know why people say that they feel bad. I also feel like, what is the piece I'm cutting? I don't know. I apologize.
Don't.
I'm not allowed to cut my own birthday cake at home, so. Oh my goodness.
I feel like you definitely need help. I'll help.
Thank you. And so this is all fondant?
So the edible lace is a specific recipe for it.
Oh, okay.
But everything else is fondant.
Wow.
Like every other.
And it's kind of like modeling clay, yeah? Like you can move it around in your hands?
It is. The only thing is because your hands get warm, it gets like it's hard. You have to like work it just for a little bit long enough that the warm on your hands won't make it too soft.
Oh.
That won't hold the shape, right?
Oh my goodness.
So it is definitely different than clay, because clay, you can even get it wet and it will hold the shape that you're doing. Fondant, it gets very soft just with the warm, and also like you can get it wet because fondant is pretty much sugar. So
really?
Yeah.
Oh, so it'll like melt.
Fondant is made of powdered sugar and marshmallow. So it's
cool.
So literally, if you make it, the humidity will destroy the cake.
Oh my gosh.
So I always, when I pack them, like I have to seal the boxes and put them in the fridge, so when they take them out, they don't sweat, because that can damage the cake. So yeah, humidity is not our best friend.
And you made the flowers at the top?
Everything.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I made everything, even the base. Well, I didn't make the base, but my wife made the base. But yes, everything I made it myself. The horns, the lace, the flowers.
I'm not sure if you got close to the flowers, but it genuinely just looks like a real flower. Like I could pull it out of a garden. Like,
thank you. And like a lot of them ended in the garbage because I made like so many, and I was like putting them, and then I don't like this one, and she was like, toasted, I don't like this one. So I have like 2 cooking sheets full of flowers and leaves and whatever, and many, and then like not put many. It didn't make it to the cake. Well,
thank you.
we have to try the cake.
The moment of truth.
The moment of truth.
Ba ba da ba. Ba ba ba. Chocolate, whipped cream, raspberry. Gotta get it all. Ah, there we go. Oh my gosh. That's so delicious.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. And the raspberry is like real. Obviously, it's real raspberry, but it's like raspberry that pairs so well with the chocolate.
Yeah, and also everything is homemade. Like the jam, I made it myself and everything.
Oh my gosh, it's so yummy. I'm not usually like a fruit and chocolate person, but this is like the perfect balance of it.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna keep eating it. Sorry, guys. Now you guys can try.
Hi everyone, we're back. This is the first time we are taking this video.
We just finished up at the sweet spot.
And what did it hit?
The sweet spot. It was really yummy.
It was. She was
so delicious.
So nice to talk to, and she's so extremely talented. Like, you guys can only see through the camera, and we've seen cakes like this through Instagram, whatever, wherever it is. But to see that in person was crazy, because the level of detail and attention she puts into it, insane. It's so extremely, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. That's all I have to say.
No, it's insane. Even like when she showed the like the hat and the gloves, I was looking on the camera screen, I'm like, this literally looks like you're just showing us a picture of the stuff. Like, no way that's cake. And then she showed a photo of it like cut, and I was like, that's actually insane. Like, to be that talented, and she's so humble too. I loved her.
Yeah. I literally caught myself just nodding along to both of what you were saying. Lia is such a nice human being, and also like insanely talented. The detail in all of her work is
insanely amazing. Like, I could only imagine the amount of time and effort that she puts in. And off camera, she was showing us some clips of like other cakes and things that she's worked on, and oh my gosh, like, she really goes above and beyond for the customers that she like works with. And like, her whole thing is just giving people the elaborate cake or like making their event super special, and it just totally shines through. And I just cannot say enough good things. The cake, I mentioned it before, I'm not a big fruit and chocolate person. Anyone who knows me knows that. I complain about it literally all the time, but her raspberry jam was like so good. I don't even like jam, but I was like, this is really good. And same with like the delicate chocolate. Like, look at me talking as if I know things, but the balance was crazy, and her talent is immaculate, and her kindness is heartwarming because she was so willing to share her story and chat with us, and it was just really wonderful. I had such a great time. And I also wanted to mention, because it definitely wasn't on camera, but Lia also was sharing with us being involved in the community and like donating cakes to different charities and events. And she probably didn't want us to share that, but I'm going to share it because I think it goes to show what she's in the business for. And she's not in the business to get all this money from people. She's in the business to like create art and unique cakes and like share wonderful experiences with people. And she's super cool. If you ever get the opportunity to just like talk to her, do it. Literally do it. Anyway, thank you all so much. Check out The Sweet Spot in Lloydminster.